morning. Welcome to Focus Daily TV, new fresh episode. Today we'll be continuing to delve into the formation of this fiat system. As usual, we have another short video and I'll chime in pointing out important aspects of this information, but it's up to you to put your discernment cap on and just simply pay attention and listen. And you'll be surprised the information that you learn off of these simple presentations that I'm making. Let's get straight to it. Welcome to the Fiat Dome.
Welcome back to Conveniently Unspoken, where we unearth the untold stories of history. In this episode, we delve into the enigmatic panics of 1893 and 1907, revealing their profound impact on the United States financial landscape and their role in shaping the birth of the Federal Reserve. The Panic of 1893 struck like a storm, casting a shadow from 1893 to 1897. Triggered by a web of causes, including the collapse of railroad expansion, excessive agricultural production, a gold reserve frenzy, and a wave of bank collapses, this economic hurricane unleashed widespread unemployment, business closures.
So this hurricane was a prime example of weather manipulation, or whether I should say economic manipulation. These things were intentionally set forth in order to lead people into a new system of government, a new system of currency, and a new economic system, which included the registrations of souls, which is the key point that we're pointing out when it comes to this banking institution nonsense that they perpetrated upon the people.
And societal unrest. Amid this chaos emerged key players. Enter J.P. Morgan, a financial titan who wielded his influence to stabilize the teetering.
J.P. Morgan, the leader of this. Later on, guys like Walter Plecker, presidential candidates and electees will play their role, but it was initially began and enforced by the banking institution, the money changers, as the Bible so simply puts it. Here on Focus Daily TV, we speak about biblical prophecy and how it applies to right here in North America, and more specifically, how it applies to the children of God, commonly known as the African Americans, and how through our lack of continuing to abide by God's laws and commandments, which are written in the Bible, we found ourselves in a system of bondage, a system in which we became bondmen and bondwomen, a system that only Christ can free us from. Let's go.
Financial realm. As we discussed in previous videos, J.P. Morgan to this point had worked with several of the Rothschild agents sent to America to plant their financial stake in the now prosperous United
States. So yeah, J.P. Morgan, the Rothschilds, all of them played a key role when they bought their foreign Germanist economic terrorism, maritime chicanery over here to this land.
States. These agents include August Belmont, Jacob Schiff, and Paul Warburg. August Belmont was a prominent financier and diplomat. August Belmont was a key agent of the Rothschild family in the United States during the mid-19th century.
All of these agents of the Matrix who helped perpetrate this crime against God's children. Yeah, they must pay, but first we must become familiar with the historical events that took place to bring forth this system of bondage, which made us bondmen and bondwomen.
He established himself as a powerful figure in American finance and politics, with close ties to the Rothschilds. Belmont played a significant role in financing the Union during the Civil War and furthered Rothschild interests in the country. Jacob Schiff was a partner at the investment banking firm Cohn, Loeb and Company, is often associated with Rothschild interests. Schiff played a pivotal role in shaping financial and economic.
Just going down the line of all the individuals who helped perpetrate this crime. I'm presenting simple information, but it is more important than you could ever realize. It is important that we realize that we're in the matrix. We're in the world of sin. And it is the truth that shall make us free. Also Christ, also the Father, also the Holy Spirit.
Affairs, including facilitating loans to Japan during the Russo-Japanese War. Paul Warburg was a partner at Cohn, Loeb and Company, had connections to the Rothschild family, and was a strong advocate for banking reform in the United States. He played a...
So all those conspiracies that we hear about the Rothschilds and this one and that one, this is what they did. They created this system of bondage that they summoned up on Jekyll Island or conjured up, but it's really a demonic system of enslavement that has enslaved the entire planet. But through God's grace, Christ has already paid the ransom to free us. But we must be able to accept Christ and his leadership, Christ being the head and the body.
Significant role in shaping the Federal Reserve System, which was established in 1913. While J.P. Morgan was not a formal agent of the Rothschild family, he had significant financial ties and interactions with them. His banking operations often intersected with Rothschild interests, and his collaboration with other banking elites had implications for the broader financial landscape. During the Panic of 1893, Morgan rallied fellow bankers, orchestrating a monumental loan to replenish the gold reserves and stabilize the storm-tossed ship.
So here we go. J.P. Morgan purchased America, and upon his purchase, he began to bring in, once again, like I said, this new demonic system of fiat currency, registration, birth certificates, social security numbers, classification, white, black, red, orange, green, which in its pure essence is evil straight from the pit of hell. The Bible speaks of the market, what Revelation speaks of, the souls of men and men being sold on the market. Deuteronomy speaks of being put on slave ships and made into bond men and bond women, being put into a maritime society and being made debt slaves
Of the federal government. Meanwhile, Jacob Schiff strategically maneuvered relationships to provide gold to the government, offering a glimmer of hope in the midst of crisis. The aftermath of the Panic of 1893 reverberated with a resounding...
But once again, keep in mind, all of these panics were intentional. It was sabotagery, if that's even the word. They create panics, wars, in order to remain in control of this system. Let's go.
Call for change. Efforts were made to stabilize the banking system and restore confidence in financial institutions. The banking system underwent reforms to enhance its stability and prevent future crises. The National Banking Act of 1893 and the subsequent Gold Standard Act of 1900 were among the legislative measures aimed at addressing monetary and financial issues. The seeds of reform were sown, culminating in the movement towards a central bank that could serve as a financial lighthouse during turbulent times. Yet, it wasn't until the Panic of 1907 that this notion would evolve into reality. Fast forward to the Panic of 1907.
So now we're in present times, the 1900s. I don't know about you, but I'm very familiar with the 1900s. I lived in it. And as hard as it is to conceptualize, all of these things, including biblical prophecy, just recently happened in a couple of grandmothers ago. In the 1900s, everything changed, and it changed for the worse with the introduction of this fiat currency, which once again is based upon and backed by the commodity that is the souls and bodies of men.
Known as the 1907 Bankers' Panic, which was a financial earthquake that sent tremors through the U.S. economy. The panic was set in motion by a sharp decline in the stock market. In early 1907, the stock market experienced a downturn due to concerns about the overall health of the economy and the financial stability of certain companies. F. Augustus Hines and Charles W. Morse, two financiers, attempted to corner the market on the stock of United Copper Company. They used fraudulent and speculative practices to artificially inflate the price of the stock. When their efforts failed,
fraudulent being a key word, practices. See, it's coming all out. All you have to do is just listen. The information will rise to the top. The information, the truth that is needed by us as a people and all around the world.
The stock's value plummeted, causing panic and losses for investors. The collapse of United Copper Company's stock triggered a wave of panic and uncertainty in the financial markets. Fearing that their investments were at risk, depositors rushed to withdraw their money from banks, leading to bank runs. These runs resulted in liquidity shortages and put additional strain on the banking system. The bank runs and liquidity shortages spread across the financial sector, affecting various banks and financial institutions. As banks struggled to meet the demand for withdrawals, a crisis of confidence emerged, further exacerbating the panic. In October of 1907, J.P. Morgan published rumors of instability with the Knickerbocker Trust. Following these announcements, the run on Knickerbocker intensified.
Boom, there you have it, if you're paying attention. He published information through the controlled media, inciting panic within society at large. And the answer to this panic was bringing in this fiat system that I speak of daily. Hit that like button, subscribe, support the channel, hashtag Focus Daily TV. We out.